Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bowl with Value. This week we're going to do a skills and drills episode on timing of the 4 and 5 step approach. Stick around and see what's going to be best for you.
Mid-range up by 12. Has it. Really good look.
All right, we are back at Sherman Bowling Center. I'm on the high end this time, and I'm actually bowling right next to what's going to be the high school bowling practice. So I'm bowling on the Phantom pattern. It's a longer pattern, a little bit higher volume, definitely not easy. It's not a typical house shot. You're not gonna throw it right and watch your ball come back, but this is a little technical skills video. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about my score. When you're focused on changing some parts of your game, you can't be worried about your score. You can't try to strike every single time when you're trying to change something. So I'm gonna start with just how to get not lined up, but how to get your footwork right for 4 and 5 step approach. And what we're gonna do is start back at the foul line. You can take your ball if you want. It's not necessary actually, because you want to walk as normal as possible. So when I would put your heels on about the dots or so, because you want to leave room for a slide and make sure that you're not going to go over the foul line. And then just walk casually, counting steps. If you're going to do a 4 step and you're right-handed, it's the right foot. If you're going to do a 4 step and you're left-handed, it's same foot that you're handed in a way. Okay, so then 4 step would be 1, 2, 3, and then I would slide a little bit and see where I line up. And I am significantly further up than the dots for a 4 step. And so then you could just kind of turn your heel around, get lined up there, and do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and slide. And it was perfect. So really comfortable walking as if I'm walking normally down the street. And then the same thing is that you would want to do for 5 step. And so I personally take 5 steps. So heels on the dots, and then just walk normally. I'm going to start with my left foot that I slide with, because it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slide. I probably take a little bit more of a slide than that, but then I'm going to turn my feet around, and that's pretty much, I'm about, I would say, 3 inches further back than that normally. And that's probably just because my steps end up being just a little bit longer than normal. But if you watch me for any length of time, I have just a pretty normal cadence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very simple game, because the keys with creating consistency and accuracy are that you can repeat it, especially in pressure situations. So where was I? With the 4 step and 5 step. Since I do 5 step, I'm gonna just go with that first, and then I'll switch to a 4 step and I'll talk about the differences. The reason I do 5 step is because I've got that first step to kind of just get relaxed, get ready to almost like get into my approach, into my swing. I've found over the years, I've done both 4 step, 5 step. If you have to get in front of the ball return, you can do 3 step. I've done 3 step drills, but my husband actually takes, I think, 7 steps. So if you want a little bit more time, you just want to, in getting ready into your swing, then you want to take a little bit more, a few more steps. Typically, most people take 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't know how many people take more than that. So I'm going to take my ball just because I'm going to go back into it. Let's do that again. So then a little drill that you could do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slide. A little drill is that you could actually just take your ball and hold it in your stance, right? You don't want to do anything like crazy because again, it needs to be repeatable. So I do a little bit of a bend in my knee, but that's it, standing upright. And then just take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm pretty close to the line. That's normal. The ball makes it, you're a little uneven, so it does make it a little bit closer to your full approach. We call that a walk 1, throw 1. So then I would just get lined up over here and then kind of in your stance, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's about it. Sometimes I do actually count in my head because it's a good cadence. If you've got stutter steps and things like that, can help you work out the kinks. Again, you want to make it as simple footwork as possible, repeatable, especially in pressure situations. So the difference again with 4-step and 5-step is you've got one extra step. So typically for me, it slows everything down just a tad, because with 4-step, you have to get everything going in that first step, because proper timing, picture me going, I wish I had a camera over here. Maybe next time we'll do a camera over here, but I suppose that other camera would do it, but I'm going to do it like this to start. So it would be one out, 2 down, and then 3 back, and then 4 would be that slide. So I'll do it here. So 4-step would be 1 out, 2 down, 3 back, 4 slide. So again, in reference to the gal that I was working with for high school bowling, I said again, I probably didn't talk about this yet. In my mind, I did. Anyway, so her timing, she took 4 steps, and in her first step, she would push it up. And then her second, it would be like barely coming down. And then maybe by her third, it was crossing her leg. And then it would still be in her backswing, like almost on the way back up while she was trying to slide. So then that caused her to pull it down really fast and shoot it through. She got hardly any leverage at the line. Her ball speed was really fast. She was coming over the top of it just because her timing was way off with the 4-step approach. So I recommended when I worked with her to get everything going faster and get down into the swing so that on the way back, you can just let the ball swing yourself, or swing itself, swing your arm. Because when you just push it out within that first step, you just want to let it go and let the ball pendulum. You want the ball to do the work. And then on the downswing, no muscle through it, just let it come down, and then you can hit it into the line. Stay tuned, I'll do a little rev rate video too. And that has to do with being super relaxed on the bottom and hitting it almost like into the lane yo-yo style. But yeah, stay tuned, that's on its way. Okay, so that was 4-step that I just kind of showed the timing, so I might as well show the approach for a 4-step. I was pretty much right here. I took like a step forward for 4-step just for the sake of time. So then I'm gonna get it going and my foot at the same time and just follow let the ball swing while I'm walking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm shocked that I'm even throwing it halfway decent on this pattern. Throwing the hammer anger, by the way. Storing a lot of energy. The pattern's long, so it actually needs that little tip in the back that the anger gives. So I wish I had like ball speed stuff up here, but to me it feels like because everything's kind of going faster with 4-step, it's just because it's more condensed. I get to throw a little bit of a faster ball with 4-step, and then with 5, 6, 7 steps, you're kind of just like 1, 2, and then you kind of like get it going. So if you take more steps. Okay, well, I mean, I threw like 2 shots this whole video, so I might as well just throw a couple more shots and see. So I was up here. A lot of people that take, that's a great point that I had in my head. A lot of people take 4-step, but they're like way back here. So then picture this. So then I have to try to get it. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. To try to, if you want to throw it harder and almost feel like you have to catch up to your ball, then yeah, stand back further. So tip, I did a video on ball speed a couple weeks ago, how to increase your ball speed. So yeah, standing further back on the approach, try to get it like taking bigger steps. And the opposite is true if you move up. So then for 5-step, you could, if you move up on the approach, you do have to take smaller steps. So then again, it condenses everything, doesn't leave room for higher backswing. All right, and my timing personally is late. I get it going a little bit later, like one, and then it crosses my leg later than it should. It should kind of like go out and then like down, and it works for me. So if you're a female or you have a lower rev rate, typically we do have later timing so that we're kind of planted and then it's going to come through and you're going to be able to hit it. Perfect timing is when it's on its way down and you're just stopping your slide as the ball's releasing. That's perfect timing. Early timing is when your ball's like here and you're like still sliding, which I wouldn't recommend. All right, well, I think that's it with 4-step and 5-step approach. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there's anything that you'd like to see on the channel, I think this was one of the questions that was on the comments. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And again, let us know if there's anything you'd like to see compared or reviewed. Sometimes I do those, or discussed, because I do this every week. And with that, I'll see you next week.